Thank you for joining us. This is Health Your Own Way podcast, and I am your host, Mo Akins. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about how investing in yourself without limits leads to living a limitless life. I said a lot, so we're going to go into what I said. But first, my guest speaker is Tequila. He's a personal branding coach, certified life coach, and motivational speaker with over 15 years of business experience. Before I start today, Tequila, anything you want to add?
I love bringing symmetry to who you are and what you do. That brings so much meaning to our life. It brings connection in our business or in our career, and it helps with our visibility. So,
I appreciate you saying that. And that's a lot of people don't do that out there. I'm sorry. It's been a very long week with Tequila. So it's going to be a great conversation. I think the
yes.
first thing I'm going to ask you is like, what does it actually mean to invest in yourself?
Mhm. So many people look at it as an outside appearance, or
Okay.
I should buy me clothes, I should get my hair, done, or I should get makeup, right? It depends on who you are. Investing in yourself to me means that you're investing in something that may be outside. Sometimes it could be a class or a workshop or conference somewhere you travel so that you can help really build the inside. Since we're always evolving, we have to continue to make sure that we're investing in ourselves, so to speak.
I appreciate you saying that because I think a lot of people assume that they know everything. You know, at one point, I think at one point, I'm not going to lie, I was there. You know, I didn't invest in myself. But then when we talk about living a limitless life, a lot of people are like, okay, there is limits to everything, right? So when you say limitless life, mm, define that for us so we understand what you're talking about today.
Absolutely. Um, a prime example is a person who has gone through like so many things in life, right? You've gone through these things, you've gone through these issues. It's probably made wear or tear on you physically, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes financially, or most times it could be financial. So we always dream of this life that we want to live, right? We have this, I can see the end of what I want to do, but I'm in my present moment. I'm in my now. So us being within our now, it really creates a cloud and it creates fear in our life. It creates imposter syndrome. It creates all kind of stuff that we live in that moment. When you start to live limitless, you really start to take the steps gradually to get to that thing that you desire, right? Maybe you want to build your health, so to speak, right? You want to get healthy. You want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. You start to make these small little steps right now in order to feel and live that thing that you desire. And from there, like so much comes from that. So much comes from it. Self-love. You can restore your bank account, you restore yourself, and you just really restore your life overall. And we don't need that validation from people on the outside to say, oh, you look great, or oh my goodness, I see this in you, because we see it in ourselves. So that in itself is a form of self-love that will then lead us to living that life that is limitless. Anything else is just like a bonus for us.
So while you were talking, it
Mhm.
kind of light bulb hit my head, and I was like, I get it. I I really did. Because sometimes people don't like you read the words or you listen to the words, but you don't really take into it. So this is what I understood. So correct me if I'm wrong. When you talk about investing in yourself again is just it could be education, it can be just helping you grow to the life that you deserve or want to be. So limitless is not like you can fly the moon or something like that. It's just more of having those doubts that were limiting you thinking that you couldn't do that. But when you invest in your knowledge, invest in yourself, invest in growing as a person, what you thought was not possible, not because an option, because you don't have that, oh, I can't do that. But you're like, I can do that because I know this is the skills I need to get there. And that's what I'm learning. Does that make sense what I'm saying, Tequila?
Oh my goodness, it makes total sense, right? They say that a person stops reading when they leave high school, right? Like 12th grade, that's it. I'm not reading a book again. But when we are those people. So that creates a limited, right, mindset. It creates limitation in your abilities to maybe obtain a career that you want, right? You stop your learning, right? So when we decide, right, I want this limited, unlimited thing, we invest in ourselves, right? We find the right people to help us get out of the funk or stink that we're in. We find the right opportunities that will help navigate us to where we want to be. We start really saying, you know what? I have money. I am just putting the running money in the wrong place, so it's running. Now let me invest this money in the right place so that it can grow. It can help me grow as well. So yes, you were on the nose.
Because I was just like, because I remember listening to reading the topic. I'm just like, I think I get it. I think I get it. And then when you read it, it's like, okay, well, thank you for coming back to life and realizing what she's talking about. So I wanted to make sure. No, but it's true. Like the reason why I say this because I know a lot of people that don't even know that they have limits or restriction themselves,
Mhm,
and they don't think it's possible to see more than what is in front of them.
mhm,
So when you talk about investing, like a lot of people, if you're watching and listening, investing does not actually have to mean some form of monetary value. It
mhm,
could just mean investing could be just therapy. It really can. Investing is just getting help with a coach. Investing is something that helps you break those barriers that you may not be self-aware of, or you're dealing with some kind of trauma. Those are investing in your long-term health, growth, or emotional. Name it all. Name it all. Is that
mhm.
fair to say?
Yes. And and when we think of health, so many people reflect it as weight loss, right?
No, it's not.
That's not even it, right? It's like it doesn't stop there. In order for us to lose that weight, we mentally have to be physical first, right? We have to work out our mind, and then our mind will then catch up, our body will catch up with the mind. And when we're choosing to live that limitless life, it's choosing it first mentally. If we can choose that first mentally, it will connect the meaning of why you want to chase this thing that you do desire. And once you connect that, everything else really just falls in place. It's kind of weird how it
No,
does
no,
happen.
no, it's not weird at all. Like, again, I think I needed this conversation. The reason why I say this is like a lot of people, like, when if you want to achieve a goal, I think I read somewhere, I can't remember, that you have to see yourself there first. You have to, like, but it's nice to want it, but if you're not mentally there thinking that you deserve it, or you know how to get there, or even work on some of the challenges you may be facing to hit that goal, then it's a pipe dream. So like when you even talk about losing weight, I was just thinking, I know people and have clients that, okay, I know you want to lose this weight, but it's not about running or eating health. Sometimes it's all mental work. And what is it that's stopping you from getting there? What are your challenges? Like you need to address those emotional and mental states first before you can achieve the goals. And once you address there, it's easier to achieve your goals. Believe it's
Mhm,
not easy. It's not
mhm.
easy.
Because all of the stuff in between.
It's hard work.
It's funny because we talk about goals, right? We all have these goals. Like right now, people have a list of goals that they want to meet, and we are always confined to the SMART way of doing it. I like to add two more initials, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta tell people what
Arch-
smart is. Tequila, you can't just say smart. I know what smart is. It took me a while, but you can't just say smart. People just she's talking about an acronym. So
right, an
okay,
acronym.
Tequila. Okay, so you gotta tell them what you mean by smart. Okay.
Yes. Yes, we say we're creating these SMART goals. They're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relatable, and then this time bound, right? I think people get so stuck in that structure that they forget to add the I and the R. So I
Okay.
say it's I smarter, right? The I is for intention. It goes back to what you just said. You have to set your mind on this thing first. Like you're mentally, you have to be there before you specifically are putting this thing of what you want down. It has to be so intentional that you actually can say, oh my gosh, this feels really good to me. This is exactly what I need, right? Clearing out all the clutter mentally or even in your life is going to help you move in intent with your goal. And the R I would put is respond, right? it's all of these things. Yeah, we can put all of these pieces together, but how are you responding to this goal that you have set forth for yourself? Are you responding in a way where you're just not wanting to do it? You're saying it's there and I'll get it, or it's too easy? Or are you really saying, you know what? I definitely want this. I definitely have to move my body so that I can get these things. I have to find the people so that I can get these things. The response and the intent are like are the secret sauce to the smart.
I feel attacked. I'm telling you right now, I feel attacked. I feel attacked right now. I feel attacked. I really do, in a good way. I feel attacked. I'm just sitting here going, so like one of the things that I really enjoy talking to people like yourself, because sometimes but sometimes when you hear people talk about it, then you look at certain things that you're going through and you're like, she's
Mhm.
attacking you. She's telling you what you should know. Listen to this woman, because I feel attacked right now in a good way. Because I'm just like, okay, you want this goal. What are you doing now, right now, for you to reach that goal? Tell me. And then you reason. So I appreciate this conversation. All right, let me be serious. Let me be serious. I think
No.
if anybody want to learn more about, what you offer, more how you can help them achieve those goals, or even give them some kind of skill sets, or how to obtain that skill set, what's the best platform to reach you out on?
Oh my gosh, LinkedIn.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I'm actually in
I'm gonna be
love with
curious. I'm gonna add
LinkedIn.
you on my LinkedIn. I have to add you on my LinkedIn. Sorry, Tequila. Go ahead.
I've become so in love with that. Like Facebook, I've used and I've found clients, but when it comes to LinkedIn, it has helped me mentally,
Okay.
like my approach to how I talk to people. But find me on LinkedIn, but Facebook, you will really find me. I give so many shots of tequila. So feel free.
So just your full name is Tequila. Like, I just, because some people have a different name on page on. So it's Tequila. Sorry, how do you pronounce your last name?
Kowser. Yeah,
Kauser. Okay.
it's my birth name. It's on
Oh,
my birth certificate.
Kauser. I love that. So we're gonna make sure we have it in the show notes in the video. Like, I wasn't expect to be attacked today. I really wasn't. But I think, sometimes a lot of people, you don't realize that you need to hear certain things. You need to hear conversation. You need to just get you clicked in your head. I'm like, okay, this is what we're trying to do. Okay, what are you need to invest it. You gotta get your mental state in it, and this could help you reach the kind of lifestyle you want. So if you're
Mhm.
struggling, or you don't know how to invest in yourself, the first step is asking for help. And if you need that help, Tequila is offering that help. Reach out on LinkedIn. Before I let you go, anything, and what's next for you? Anything that you want to share that we can just be, and be happy for you.
Thank you. I am actually launching my cohort. It's in September, but it's called Positioning Your Excellence.
Oh, nice.
And I show you really how to create meaning in connection in what you're doing.
I
So
love that.
I'm excited about that.
I wish you all the best in that. No, seriously, I do. I want to say thank you for this conversation. I keep saying I was attacked. I was, but I'm accepting it right now. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
We're glad to have you join us. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, share with anyone that needs to be empowered and inspired, and don't forget to join us next week for the next episode of Health Your Way podcast. Have a good day, you guys.